There was once a revered Zen master known for his profound wisdom and deep understanding of the way of life. His temple was nestled in the mountains, and students from all over the region would come to learn from him. One day, a young, eager student arrived at the temple, desperate to learn the secrets of Zen. He had heard of the master's teachings and was determined to gain enlightenment. The student approached the master and asked, "Master, what is the most important teaching in Zen? How can I find enlightenment?" The master looked at the student for a long moment, then simply replied, "Come with me." The student followed the master up the mountain. They walked in silence for hours, passing through forests and crossing streams, with the master never uttering a single word. The student grew increasingly anxious, wondering when the master would finally impart the wisdom he sought. As they reached the summit, the master pointed to a large boulder and motioned for the student to sit down. The master sat beside him, and together they gazed out over the vast landscape, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. The air was still, and the only sound was the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze. The student waited, but the master said nothing. Hours passed, and the student began to grow restless. He was about to speak when the master raised his hand, signaling him to remain silent. Confused but obedient, the student held his tongue. Night fell, and the stars began to twinkle in the sky. The student's mind, which had been full of questions and doubts, began to quiet. He started to feel a deep sense of peace and clarity that he had never experienced before. As the moon rose high, illuminating the mountain in a soft glow, the master finally turned to the student and said, "Do you understand now?" The student, with tears in his eyes, nodded slowly. "Yes, master," he whispered, "I understand." The master smiled gently. The greatest teachings are not found in words, but in the silence between them. In that silence, we find the true essence of Zen. With that, they both sat in silence, continuing their meditation as the night enveloped them in its quiet embrace. Moral of the story: silence is a powerful teacher. In the absence of words, we often find the most profound truths. It is in silence that the mind settles, clarity emerges, and true understanding arises.